This is Inside Tameside. I'm Max Wieland. The headlines. Police probe Hyde Football Club blaze, tributes after the death of Tameside's oldest resident, and saved. Limefield Centre opens. But first, our top story. Families have finally returned home as Duckingfield's new mill nears the end of its demolition. After nearly 3 months of living in temporary accommodation, the residents around New Mill made the return home with just one tower left on the almost demolished mill. The final remains of the mill will be demolished within 2 weeks, and it's hoped that the site will be developed in the future to bring employment back into the area. Police are appealing for information after vandals torched Hyde Football Club's tea bar. The portable hut at Ewen Field was left gutted in the blaze, which police believe was started deliberately after a wheelie bin nearby was set alight. It's the latest in a string of more than half a dozen acts of vandalism at the club since January. So far, no arrests have been made, but anyone with any information is asked to call 101. The Civic Mayor of Tameside has spoken of his sadness following the passing of Tameside's oldest resident. Ellen Lyne was 106 years old when she died peacefully at hospital following a short illness. Tameside Mayor Councillor Joe Kitchen paid tribute to Ellen after having the pleasure of meeting her at her 106th birthday, saying she was a lovely lady and he was saddened to hear of her passing. The first primary school in Tameside to become an academy has been rated good with outstanding features, just 2 years after opening its doors. Silver Springs Academy in Stalybridge received a glowing report in its first inspection, with Ofsted rating leadership and management, as well as measures to safeguard pupils at the school, all outstanding. Deborah Mason was brought in as principal 4 years ago when the school was in special measures, and told us pupils are improving year on year. Around £3,000 has been raised for the charity Victim Support after boxing legend Ricky Hatton led out a police team at Hyde Football Club against former Manchester City players. Tameside Radio's James Dean was there.
Okay, so I'm here at Ewen Field with Rowetta, friend of the show, I should add, as well. What are you actually doing down here? What's today all about?
Well, I was here for the launch. Well, we did it at the launch of the National Football Museum with some of the Manchester City old boys. And victim support, it's all about victim support. They asked me to get involved because it's known that I suffered domestic abuse a long time ago. We're here for the Lindsay Ashton Memorial Cup. She, unfortunately, isn't as lucky as me. She didn't survive, and her partner killed her. So it's to let people know there are ways of surviving. You can get out, but we really need people to be aware that it is a big problem, but there is support and there are refuges. I got out with a Women's Aid refuge. You know, you can. You look at me now, you can't tell that once upon a time I was in that situation, but I was. As I say, a lot of people aren't as lucky as me, but you can be. There are ways out, but we need to really support victim support. And well done to Manchester City old boys being here and sorting this out as well and taking part. I'm a red, but well done to them. I hope the United players do it as well because it's just a great, great cause, reminding people women don't have to die, men don't have to die. You can survive, but we do need the support.
The countdown to the Euro and local elections is now well and truly on, after all candidates named and electioneering underway. It's the first time in 5 years since the last European elections, and in Tameside it's 2 years since the last local elections were held in 2012. In total, 1/3 of the seats will be up for grabs at Tameside Council, which is 19 of the 57 positions across the borough. In this week's Tameside Reporter, all of the local candidates explain why you should vote for them. The action group which saved Limefield Visitor Centre is selling it brick by brick. It's being done to turn the Broadbottom complex into a multi-use centre which everyone can share. The group are looking for people to sponsor every brick in the building to go towards running costs. Each sponsorship will last until May 2015 and a plaque will be put on alongside the item to commemorate the sponsorship. And Tameside is set to find fame on TV this week. A Tameside family who moved to Thailand are set to feature on a Channel 5 documentary, and Tameside Council will be spotlighted in a new BBC One series every weekday for 3 weeks. You can read more about all of these stories in this week's Tameside Reporter and Glossop Chronicle. That's the latest for now from Inside Tameside.